All right, good morning, traders, and welcome back to another trading week with the team and to today's daily watch list. For VIPs only, of course. Please remember not to share this link. So we have a pretty exciting week ahead of us. So we're going to start by looking at the DXY, right? The DXY completely and utterly crashed last Friday, right? When it hit those highs around the 1952 level, right? If you notice this previous level that I have marked here, it's better. Actually, you can see it better on the daily chart right here. That is the low that capped the upside on the DXY. You can see it right here. And this is where sellers jumped in after non-farm payrolls Friday, right? The numbers on non-farm payrolls Friday were good, but they missed expectations, so it had a less than bullish impact on the US dollar. Now, the hourly is still looking very much bearish as the 4-hour chart. Now, let's have a look at the 4-hour chart first. And this is the reason we are going to be looking for shorts this week on the US dollar. Still looking for shorts on the US dollar this week. At the break of this flag, after this move, we expect another leg down for at least, let's calculate it with our Fibonacci retracement levels, at least to the 80-70 level. So we expect a move to the downside on the DXY or on the US dollar, at least to this level, to the previous lows. If sellers are strong enough, we will be looking at a full retest of the previous week's highs. The previous week's lows. On the 1-hour chart, the structure remains, the immediate structure remains bullish in the sense that we are still making higher highs and higher lows, as you can see here. So until we break with that weekly pivot right here and today's lows, we will be breaking with that super short-term bullish structure. And until then, we are not going to be able to get in on a trade, on a short trade at least. Now, Friday's lows will be the level, if broken to the downside, that will bring the most bearishness on today's price action, right? So heads up to that. We are looking at that long on the pound US dollar. Or the pound yen, that will bring that will be the play on short on the US dollar, right? Let's start by looking at the majors. The EURUSD looking very bullish in my opinion. Let's look at the daily chart, right? This level is no longer in place, so we're going to be using the previous lows right here. And as you can see on the daily, we are still very much printing higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and higher highs, making this a very bullish structure. More so because we are looking at a possible bearish continuation on the US dollar. Now, the Euro US dollar to me is trading inside of a range, a very, very well. This is the 1-hour chart, right? Let's move ahead and let's look at the 4-hour chart here on this part of my screen. So the 4-hour chart still looking very bullish above the 121 level. If you notice, this is the level that has been holding, and this is the super bear trap that weak sellers and unexperienced traders were trapped in by playing an easy to catch stop hunt as a bearish breakout before non-farm payrolls. You don't do that, right? So today we might be looking at a possibility of buying the euro versus the USD, but because we already have our eyes on pound pairs, we are going to look for that actually. But well, looking at the short-term structure, right? Let's have a look at the short-term structure on the euro USD because it's looking quite good actually. Now let's have a look at actual all structure here. Yeah, I mean, oh boy, sorry about that. Uh-huh. Well, we are looking at a possibility of the break of these previous lows, right? Let's look at levels, then let's look at structure. Right. So price is still trading below the weekly pivot, right? We are trading below Friday's highs. I would like to see this bullish continuation structure, this flag, break to the upside. I wouldn't be a buyer above, well, at current prices, but I definitely would look to buy at the breakout of this zone right here, which would in fact be the validation area of longs on the EURUSD. So we're going to keep an eye on that. US dollar, Canadian dollar, on the daily, still looking very bearish. But like I've been telling you before, I'm looking on shorting the US dollar, Canadian dollar without getting a better or a deeper pullback to at least the 2190 level or so, because there's better opportunities in the market for us to capitalize and to put our money at risk, right? The pound US dollar, we're looking for the same play on the pound USD. It's clearer on the pound USD on the 4-hour chart. Again, same story as the Euro US dollar. Pre-breakout, bearish breakout, or fake out, let's call it, pre-non-farm payrolls. But the cool thing about the GBPUSD is that we are trapped in a very nice range. So a move to the upside or a break of what seems to be a flag here, right? What seems to be a flag here. Let's have a look at this right here. What seems to be a flag here would bring us to the test of the 140-230 level or so, which is the top of the range. And on the daily, we are just printing a very nice flat triangle, which leads me to believe that bulls are jumping in higher and higher here, which can make for a final breakout of the 142.45 level for further upside continuation. So the US dollar yen, well, we just sent that that breakout structure or that breakout play. I'll be sending it as an article, right? The Aussie US dollar, the Aussie US dollar, the thing about the Aussie USD is that it's trading inside of a very choppy, it's super choppy, right? Non-directional market to me. There's no trade here, no safe trade at least on the Aussie US dollar. Let's have a look at the pound versus the yen. The pound versus the yen on the hourly, on the daily, still looking very bullish. We are still looking for those pullbacks to that power buy zone, which is the 144.50 or so. And right now we have retraced back, I reckon about 115. I'm sorry, 121, or 113 to 121.2 or so. Yeah, so we could be at the end of an ABC pullback, flat ABC pullback. But we shall see. We shall see. The setup here is not quite appetizing in the sense that if you look at the hourly, we are way below the weekly pivot, way below the weekly pivot, and a break above that weekly pivot would give us a terrible risk to reward ratio on our trade. So we will see if we print maybe if we print a higher low, we could get a better risk to reward ratio on a breakout trade, but we will see. I'll keep that one on the books. Now let's have a look at some metals. I know you guys love to trade metals. Metals are extremely bullish still, and I continue to be bullish on them. Right, I continue to be bullish on them. And well, if I'm being completely honest, I'm looking for buys in gold and silver. Well, I will be choosing one of them, right? I'm not gonna be trading both of them. On some more bearishness on the US dollar, right? And a break of this flag. Everything is flagging right now at the moment. Everything is flagging. So we might get an opportunity to buy gold at the breakout. I will send a signal on gold, I reckon, up above the weekly pivot or so. If we manage to print a base for a continuation trade, that would be awesome, actually. And we will be looking for that. Now, silver, on the other hand, well, silver, right, so let's just delete all these levels and let's just work with the levels that are in play. Okay, so sorry about that. Silver, yeah, silver is still looking a little bearish in the sense that the downside in silver is being capped by the previous highs, right? So this is the play in silver, but the pullback structure in silver is not as clean as the one in gold, right? As you can see here. But what I like about silver is that we have a level to work with on the downside. On the other hand, in gold, well, we might have, we might have, in the sense that, well, actually, it's a much better. You know, this is why I love doing this with you guys, because I realize stuff that otherwise I wouldn't. Well, I would eventually, right? Because I do this for me too. But yeah, I do like the setup on gold the best. So yeah, because all right. So here's the deal. Both metals have a very tough levels to the upside, right here. All of them capped by Friday's highs, right? This is the metal that the level on gold and on silver. You can see it's a little bit wider, but still. I'm going to go with gold on this one. I'll be sending that, but not yet, because we need a base to create, right, in order for us to have a confirmation that this level is going to be holding. Now, U.S. oil, pretty clear up move. I'm not trading oil, and I haven't been traded. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 3 a.m. here, and I haven't traded oil for a while. So I'm not going to be looking at those market. I'm going to be looking at Bitcoin nonetheless. Very non-directional weekend for Bitcoin. Price on Bitcoin is being capped to the downside by the 35.560 level or so. It's pretty choppy. I hate price action in Bitcoin at the moment. We could get a considerable breakout here, but still, I mean, there's no direction. The one that I do like is Ethereum. I do have a position in Ethereum at the moment, and we are waiting for that breakout. So yeah, this is today. I'm gonna be live later, so heads up to that, and trade safely, guys. Right? Cheers.